Hey guys, it's Phoebe with Bear Change, and here for this week's briefing of what's hot in climate change. So, as some of you may know, China is the #1 pollutant and emitter of carbon dioxide out of leading countries. But it's also the #1 defender in trying to figure out new greener energies on how to introduce into its infrastructure. So they're trying to become innovative in how they're introducing these new technologies. And of course, being China, they built a 250-acre solar farm that looks like a panda. Isn't that so cute? So the plan is to increase the solar farm into 1,500 acres by adding a second panda. Now that's what I called solar power pandemonium. This tall, blonde, socialist, IKEA-loving country just declared that their main exporter of automobiles, Volvo, is ditching combustible gas engines by 2020. Only electric cars made by Volvo by the year of 2020? Add that to the list of why we should move to Sweden. Except for their love of dried fish. And all this talk of electric cars brings me to number 3. The French president, Macron, has banned all gas-powered cars after the year of 2040. Now that's a significant amount of vehicles. Can you imagine in just a little over 20 years, the entire country shifting to electric vehicles? And the government is the one behind it, telling everyone. Number 4 on the briefing today, there's a giant iceberg the size of Lake Michigan breaking off from Antarctica and melting. I know some of you are thinking, iceberg right ahead! But the scientists sure aren't. Some scientists debate whether this is normal or whether this is a occurrence of global warming. I personally think our waters are warming and the icebergs are melting. And number 5 in today's briefing, Holland has just announced that they will be installing new vertical gardens in their up-and-coming skyscrapers. The first installation is set to be in the Hawthorne Tower and estimated to take about 5.5 tons of carbon dioxide out of the polluted city air. Neat. Here's what an example of a vertical garden looks like in a downtown building infrastructure. So pretty. So there you go for this week's news briefing. And you might have noticed it's very international news, which just goes to show here in America, we're too busy celebrating our independence and not giving a shit about climate change.